My brothers and sisters, it is time to confront the harsh reality of the dangers surrounding us. You might be surrounded by them right now in this moment without even knowing it. And it is crucial to understand what you are up against. These Trojan horses come in many forms and can cause widespread disruption and panic and dysfunction in your body once they invade. Coach JMO here, and we are going to get into the endocrine axis and how certain endocrine disruptors play a very major, dangerous role. Many believe that chronic cortisol and stress are the main culprits, but that is only part of the story. I'll soon explain exactly what leads to that chronic cortisol overload. And everything is interconnected. But before we can combat the enemy, we must first identify the enemy. And today, I'm just gonna focus on one of these enemies. But there are plenty. The issue here is that we encounter these disruptors constantly in our day-to-day lives. The imbalance can lead to weight gain, low libido, brain fog, lack of drive, and motivation. It can make daily life feel absolutely exhausting and just completely unbearable, making it hard to function on a day-to-day basis, often even leading to things like depression. But this is not your fault. This harmful element is oftentimes even marketed as something that's healthy for you, making it very easy for us to unknowingly let them invade directly into our lives. And what is this HPA, hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, all about? The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis is a complex network of direct influences and feedback interactions among three main components: the hypothalamus, which is in the brain, pituitary gland, which is below the hypothalamus in the brain, and the adrenal glands, which are located on top of the kidneys. These organs and their interactions make up the HPA axis. And I know what you really want to know. Of course, we can say that the HPA axis is a key neuroendocrine system, but the important part here is that it manages the body's response to stress and how it regulates various processes such as digestion, libido, immune function, your S3 sexual activity as well, your mood, your emotions, and your energy balance. This axis serves as a central mechanism. It's almost like the command center for all things hormone. But what is so crucial about this axis, and how do these endocrine disruptors hijack this incredibly vital resource? It's like they're taking over your emotions, your physical and mental growth, as well as your manhood. So what deceptive forms do these endocrine disruptors take? Because this is truly a multifaceted battle. So stay with me here, for your sake and for your children's sake. You'll gain a new perspective on the secret war happening within inside your body. Because to be honest, man, we need to wake up. Everything's being hijacked. Our food, our water, our air, our clothes, even the cleaning and hygiene products are all contaminated. Literally almost everything we encounter in our daily modern lives. But how is this possible? These disruptors actually mimic our hormones, which throws off the balance of our internal hormone system, or the endocrine system. And when this system is corrupted, it causes chaos within our body's hormonal ecosystem. You see, endocrine disruptors, they kind of act like computer viruses, or just any virus in general. They slow down your body's processing power, and they cause malfunctions, just like a computer getting a bunch of errors. And the real culprit that we're going to get into today is microplastics. And just so you get an idea of how immense this scale is here, scientists have found that a 1 liter bottle has contained on average 240,000 particles of microplastics. So this is definitely going to get overwhelming. And microplastics are so rampant that they've even been found in men's testicles. 100% of the men who were tested found them in their testicles. And this is just getting started. Of course, they'll hit us where it hurts first, especially as a man, because we know how much it hurts to get hit down there. And I'll explain how plastic and other endocrine disrupting chemicals absorb through the fat in your skin tissue and other places. But for now, just remember that these microplastics are just one of the many sources of these hidden devils. Let's dive back into plastic here. What is actually safe? Honestly, not much. It has been scientifically shown again and again to directly affect human health. Even things like styrofoam with hot food and drinks is absolutely terrible. Never reuse, wash, or reheat anything in plastic. And definitely avoid putting your hot foods in plastic, or using plastic liners and crock pots, or even things like saran wrap. Even paper or cardboard food containers can be problematic here because they often contain plastic lining with the endocrine disruptors in them. It's very unfortunate, but the mainstream media is starting to catch on, and hopefully there will be a change soon. They've realized that microplastic and nanoplastic particles have been infiltrating our reproductive cells, particularly, like I mentioned earlier, disrupting cells within our testes. And these tiny particles can pass through cell membranes, which causes cell damage, similar to throwing shards of glass into a very delicate egg yolk. So these nano and microplastic particles can compromise the integrity of our cells, leading to their breakdown and eventually death. And the scary part is we have just started to learn more about this now, including this recent study from 2024. And our cells have membranes made from fats. And these harmful plastic chemicals leach in to our fat molecules and attach to them. And if you're buying your oils in plastic bottles, well, you're in trouble there too, because these chemicals love leaching into fats. So they're especially prevalent in fat-containing foods or liquids that are packaged in plastic, because these plastic chemicals are lipophilic, which means they're attracted to fats, just like the much dedicated keto dieter. So make sure these fat-rich foods never come into contact with plastic. And I'm not saying to get rid of fat. Fat is very important for your health, but make sure you're getting your fat in glass and not in plastic. Because once those endocrine disruptors enter into our bodies, they wreak havoc within our fat tissues and cells. And these chemicals infiltrate the fat cells and then hold them hostage. And then on top of this, it's an added level of distress. These chemicals love fat. So when they're in the cell, they demand more fat to be stored. You getting what I'm saying here? Making it even harder to burn that fat for energy, making it harder to lose that fat and to lose weight. And that is why I'm always hammering in on eating quality fats. I'm not saying this because it feels good. I'm telling you this because it's actually going to help you. Avoiding the fried foods, the seed oils, the oxidized fat. I know it tastes good in the moment, but for the love of baby Jesus, please just change it a little bit. Make gradual change in your diet. Get rid of the soybean oil, the canola oil, the nut, the vegetable oil, all the stuff that's hiding in that healthy salad dressing. And of course, a lot of the processed foods we see today. So think twice before using these plastic products. And prioritize glass in your own filters and containers versus anything that comes in a plastic bottle or plastic container. So let me know down in the comments below what your biggest realizations on microplastics are and some of the ways that they've been sneaking into your own life that you were not aware of, or that you were already aware of and making progress to change. And be sure to get the Brain Body Connection book, link in description, to learn about microplastics and how to reclaim your health back from these hijackers. And in that book, you will also learn about the other endocrine disruptors and what to do about them as well. So as always, like this video and subscribe for your health.